We're like stepbrothers who don't get along. Just leave it that way, maybe. If we're going to be best brothers one day.
Here with the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel Adesanya. Israel, thanks very much for your time today. Firstly, it's a big rematch here. Robert Whittaker, your arch nemesis and friend of the show, he says
One of many.
He says your air of invincibility that you supposedly once had is now gone and that he spots paths to victory. What have you changed or added to your camp to counteract what you think Rob might bring to this fight?
My air of invincibility. I don't know where you got that from. But what have I changed? I've just kept the same energy, to be honest. I've kept the same people around me. Things are difficult because of the restrictions of travel and whatnot. But yeah, we have a solid team. And like I said, I've kept things fresh as well, just to remind myself who I was. And I know what did he say? He said, the first time before, he was like, well, Kelvin has laid out the blueprint to the path of beating me. And yeah, look how that helped him. So this time, Jan, he thinks it has the blueprint on beating me. But I just say, like, he should write his own homework. Stop trying to copy everyone else's homework.
In your interview, Israel, with Tony from Combat TV, you said you want to clinch in this fight. You said that you were hoping to dominate in every aspect of this fight. Why do you put that pressure on yourself? Is it to prove to yourself that you are superior in all facets of the game, or is it to prove to the world that you are?
No, to prove to myself. And I even take inspiration from someone like Francis over the weekend, down 2-0. Had to rally up the next 3 rounds to retain his belt, and he did so with wrestling, something that no one's ever seen before. Is because, it's really stupid. I think it's idiotic because, like, people think, okay, you're a kickboxer, you're a striker, this and that. If you think that's all it takes to become a UFC world champion, how come all these kickboxers aren't, UFC world champions just doing that? No, you have to learn all aspects of the game. That's why I humbled myself to learn jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and it's kind of like to be a good criminal, you should be a good lawyer. So that way you know both sides and how to play both. So yeah, I'm very well versed in this game, and I find it really stupid people think I'm not, and think one thing got me to the dance. But I'm like, all right, keep that same energy. So yeah, I'm still learning. I'm just learning. I'm a white belt on everything.
That's a great mindset to have. Does Israel Adesanya care what people think about him?
Well, I'm an artist, so I care what certain people think about me. I like people around me, people who, like my coaches, whatever they say means something to me. But if you're just some dude with a fake account on the internet or some guy on the other side of the screen, like, it doesn't mean anything because you don't have any attachment to those people. But those who I give a fuck about, I give a fuck what they say about me. So that's what's kept me grounded so far.
Speaking of art, it's an interesting portrait you have behind you. Can I ask what that is, just there?
Yeah, that's my cat. Rest in peace in the room.
Oh, right. And that's you doing the Gara stance, rather than the Rock Lee stance.
The Rock Lee stance in Melbourne, yeah. That was a gift from my friends. They gave me, I think it was for my birthday, probably in 2018, yeah.
Wow, remarkable. That's it's quite creative. I like that.
Yeah.
Israel, in the lead up to the first fight between you and Rob, he brushed off the trash talk like it wasn't affecting him. But he's come on this show and he said that, you know what, he did get to me. He did get in my head, and I went into that fight more emotional than I should have. Are you going to look to stir the pot a little bit this time, maybe get in his head once more?
Oh, no, I don't have to. I don't have to try. It's just, I wasn't really trying to get in his head. I was just saying what was happening. It all started with that stupid meme, and I said he's acting out of character, and the rest is history. But yeah, I'm glad it took him 2 years to make that realization. It's better late than never.
Israel, you called him your arch nemesis after defeating Marvin Vettori. And I often say that there is something special about this rivalry. I mean, think about it. 2 guys who were such great fighters, who are in the same era, from the same weight class, both from the Australia-New Zealand region. I mean, do you think that there is something special about your rivalry with Rob compared to yours with maybe Marvin or Paulo Costa?
Yeah, 100%. Like, look, we're just two guys who fight or love to fight.
Mm.
You know, what we're doing is because we're in it right now. We have our head down, but then later on in life, I'm sure when we look back on these times, we'll realize like even just the last fight, 243, how special that whole event was, how special those moments were, key moments. And unfortunately, he came up short that night. Fortunately for me, you know, it's part of my history too. So yeah, we're living it right now. But then 5, 10 years, and 50 years from now, they'll look back on these times and yeah, it'll be special to think about it. People will tell their kids. I mean, yeah, it's cool to think about, but I don't really focus on that right now because right now we're in it, we're working. That's it.
Will you do the Death Note thing this time around?
Why does everyone keep acting these like you guys? It's expect the unexpected. You know that whole dad. Maybe you've heard this, but that was during the fight week I came up with that. So I don't really plan these things. I just wait till the moment's near, and then I don't know, you just figure it out. Same thing with the mask, the what do you call it, the straw hat, all that. It's just yeah, it's all art in the end of the day, and yeah, staying in the moment, being yourself.
Israel, this might be a bit of a different question, and I know it might be a bit closed-minded to say, well, okay, you like anime and you like anime, so therefore you guys should be friends. But I mean, it
A
is.
lot of anime questions today.
It
I've
is.
gotten like
Well, it is striking to me, I guess, how much you guys do have in common. Because obviously we speak with Rob quite a bit, but I mean, you guys are both into your comic books. You guys are avid video gamers, and like I said, you both have that insatiable love for anime. Arch rivals now, but is it completely out of the question that you guys could be mates one day?
I don't know about being friends one day, but I don't think that far ahead. The guy, I don't like the guy. He doesn't like me. It's plain and simple. After the fight, we show respect, and yeah, I wish him well, but unfortunately, he has to fight me. Sorry, I just found it really weird. Like I literally got asked that 3 times today, so I was like, okay, that's a really odd question, but as you were.
Yeah, right. I guess it might just be like a lot of people are seeing like, content that he's putting out and the stuff that you're putting out might be,
What's he putting out? Like, what kind of content is he putting out?
He likes to stream on Twitch and stuff. I don't know if you do the whole Twitch thing, but I saw your interview on Celebrity Gamers and stuff like that. But
we're like stepbrothers who don't get along. Just leave it that way, maybe.
Maybe that's why people are asking that.
Yeah, if we're gonna be best brothers one day.
Lastly, Israel, Arnold Allen versus Dan Hooker at featherweight in London. I got to ask you, what do you think of your teammate's move? Positive?
Oh, it's a featherweight, yeah. I love the fact that he even did it on holiday. He tried like a trial cut when he was in Vegas, and he was successful with it. He's a lot smarter now. There's better science around weight cutting, and he just did it like that. So, yeah, I like that. I like that for Dan.
Well, Israel, I got to thank you so much for your time here today on Fight Week. Always so generous with your time. We wish you all the best, and hey,
I appreciate
go well.
that. Thank you for having me, Nick. Easy.